Yesterday we mentioned that when we ask in the bracha of Atah Chonein L'Adam Das, Chanenu me'idcha deya bina v'haskel, haskel, the Gemara said, is a request from Hashem to help us retain and remember our learning. And we shouldn't forget what we learn, and we explained that comes about through becoming one with our knowledge. In fact, the Gemara in Avodah Zarah and Daf Ches says that for all the brachos, if we want to add in a personal request related to the theme of the bracha, we should. And when the Gemara says that we could insert me'ein kol bracha u'bracha, Rashi's example of that is that in the bracha of Atah Chonein, if a person finds himself starting to forget his learning, that's the place where you should be ma'arich in the bracha of Atah Chonein to help us remember our learning. The Reishis Chachma in Shar HaNava writes that during Shachris, Mincha, and Mariv daily, a person should daven for anivos, for humility. Everyone has to work on their humility, and everyone should do that. Shachris, Mincha, and Mariv. And the question is, where in davening should a person daven to become humble, to be humble? So I would have thought it's at the end of Shmon Esrei, we say the words V'nafshi ke'afar lakol tiyeh. We ask Hashem that we should be like dirt to everyone. We should be like a nothing. Now the problem is that Tosa says in Maseches Brachos and Daf Yud Zayin that those words mean that we should be able to be great, like the dirt of the ground that never disappears. So too our children should never disappear, just like the dirt just stays there forever, so too our children. And that's what it means when we say, V'nafshi ka'afar lakol tiyeh, that we should be able to be like the dirt. So it's not the place to daven for humility. So where is the place in davening that a person should insert a tefillah on humility? So Chaim Kanievsky writes in one of his letters, and there's a sefer, a collection of his letters called Shema Tefillah Si, it's all about tefillah. And there he writes that the place to daven for anivos, for humility, is in the bracha of Atah Chonein L'Adam Das. Because, as he explains in his sefer HaZikaron, a sefer all about all the different things that are needed in order to remember things, he writes that humility, anivos, is a midah that's required in order for a person to be able to retain what he learns. And there he also brings many, many sources that speak about different Gemaras, different Mamari Chazal, that speak about how someone who has gaiva, someone who is haughty, is not zocha to be able to retain his Torah. In order to keep our learning, we have to have anivos, like we're about to go into Shavuos. Har Sinai was the humble mountain, and that's why it was zocha to get the Torah. So too, in order for us to have das, in order for us to be able to retain our learning, we have to have humility. And Chaim Kanievsky says that it's in this bracha that we should daven to Hashem to help us obtain that midah.